All right, guys. So, welcome to what is the first of three videos that is going to kind of walk you through this M&M Exponential Lab. So, sorry that I was not able to be there for some of you. Hopefully, these videos help and help you get through this lab without any trouble. All right, so let's get started. Here is what you should have, and sub should have made sure that you had all of this. If you're missing any of it, please be sure you grab it. So, your supplies. You should have a graphing calculator. You should also have, instead of one cup of M&Ms, you should have one package. So instead of a cup, we're not going to do a whole cup, but one package of M&Ms. And you should have a paper plate in order to kind of roll your M&Ms on. So going through the procedure, here's what you need to do. First thing you need to do is count and record the total number of M&Ms and record this as trial number 0. So for trial number 0, write down how many M&Ms you start with. So for me, I had 15 in my little baggie. I got kind of lucky there. Now, what you're going to do, pour the M&Ms in a single layer onto the plate. So roll them kind of like you would a dice. And remove any of those M&Ms that do not have an M facing up. So let's see. I've got, looks like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 on my plate that did not have an M facing up. So I'm going to take those, set those to the side. If you want to eat those, you can. Just kind of get them to the side so that you're not continuing to use them. So what you need to do, count up the number that you had left. So I had 7, which means that I had 8 left, and record this number. So in my first trial, the first time I rolled it, there were 8 M&Ms that are left that did not, or that did have an M facing up. So taking away the ones that do not, keeping the ones that do, I went ahead and had 8 that had the M facing up, so I keep those. All right, I'm going to do this again. Notice it says put the remaining M&Ms back into your cup and repeat steps 2 through 5 until no M&Ms remain. So what you'll do, take your M&Ms, put them back into that cup, and then we're going to re-roll. So this time, let's see, I had 2 that were not facing up, so I have 6 left, so I got rid of 2. There are 6 of mine left, so after trial number 2, I've got 6 left. Okay, I'm going to do it again here. And I got 3 this time. So it looks like I've got 3 left that have an M on them. So trial number 3, I had 3. All right, we'll do it again here. And I had 1. So I've got 1 M still standing. One sole survivor. And roll again here. And, 1 again. Got lucky. All right, so after trial number 5, I've got 1 M&M left, and roll again. There we go. Okay, so there was my last M&M. So at 0, I got to 0 after 6 trials. Some of you guys might get to 0 after just 2 or 3 trials. Some of you, it might be more like 7, 8. You might even have to keep going to 9 or 10 and go up higher. For me, it was after 6. Okay, so in calculations, here's what you're going to do. We're going to look at our data and label your axes, your y-axis. And then you're going to graph your data points where x is trial number and y is number of M&M. So let's go ahead and label our axis. So my x-axis is my trial number. It tells me my y-axis is my number of M&Ms. Okay, so it says to remember to count the original number of M&Ms as trial 0, but do not include the trial where 0 M&Ms remain. So what I need to do is don't include the one where 0 are left, so that last one for me was trial 6. Just go ahead and cross that off. Now as far as graphing, notice that if you go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, I'm not going to have enough room for mine because there were 15 to start with. So rather than counting by 1s, I'm going to count by 2s. And so I'm going to label this as going up by 2. So here's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. Which should be as much as you shouldn't have to count it by 3s unless you had more than 20 M&Ms, which I don't think you would have. So at least for mine, I had to change my axes labels just a little bit. Yours might be okay. So if you had less than 10 M&Ms, you might be okay to just go ahead and do counting by 10. Now my first point was at 0, 15. So I'm going to go ahead and put a point there at 0, 15. It should be right here. Next point I've got is at 1 comma 8. So 1 comma 8 would be right here. Let's see, my next point, 2 comma 6. So 2 comma 6 would be about right in here. Let's see, next point was 3 comma 3. So 3 comma 3 would be about right here. Let's see, 4 comma 1. So 4 comma 1 would be about right here. Next point was 5 comma 1. So, oops. 5 comma 1 would be right here. And remember it said do not graph the last one, so we're not going to put down 6 comma 0. All right. Now, in the next part it says describe the graph of your data. Does it appear to be linear or something else, and why? And at least for mine, I mean, you could say that it does look somewhat linear, but if you try to draw a straight line through all these points, it's not going to work. If you just draw a line in between each of them, it actually looks like it has a little bit of a curve, almost like it's kind of coming down and kind of curving here, like almost like half of a parabola almost. So, as far as does it appear to be linear or something else, probably we'd say something else. Oops. So in number 3, I would say for mine, and yours might be different, I would say mine looks like something else. As far as the reason why, at least for mine, I would say it would be because it's hard to draw a straight line through all the points. Now, if it's a curve, that's different. I feel like I could draw a curve that would go through most of the points, but probably not a straight line. All right, so that is first part of lab. Now, second part, we're going to do a little bit more in-depth analysis. We're going to do kind of some statistics here. You know I'm a statistics guy. Love stats. So this will be where we get into more of the honors stuff, because really, what we've done so far, I actually use that in Algebra 1. So, we're still getting the fun part, but now we've got some work we need to get done. So, that's in the first video. As you can see, there's a whole back page. Basically, what the second video will do, the second video will get you all the way through number 6. So, second video will get you basically all the way through right here. So, it'll take you through numbers 4, 5, and 6 in the second video. Third video will get you through numbers 7 and 8. So, feel free to go ahead and move on, or if you need to go back through and play any of this video once again, feel free to do so. All right, guys. See you next time.